These highlights are brought to you by Lynch Homes, building homes of distinction. This coverage is brought to you by JGL Groundworks Limited, civil engineers and infrastructure specialists.
Welcome back to Scottish Rugby Television. You know, down in England they call it the Charity Shield or the Community Shield, where the league champions play the cup winners. Well, we've got our very own version of it to kick off the season here today. For our first game in Premier 1, we've got the champions Ayr against cup winners Heriot. You couldn't ask for a better kick-off to the season, I can tell you.
And you couldn't ask for better conditions. Firm ground, blue sky above, but a wee bit of a gusty wind is going to make it difficult. And early on, Heriot showed exactly how they were going to play this one. Jamie Syme taking the ball up towards their 22. Quick ball back for Graham Wilson. And whipped out there and coming into the line. Terrific pace by fullback Johnny Alston, going outside Grant Anderson's tackle. In at the corner for the opening try after only 4 minutes. Wow, Heriot absolutely delighted with that one. They're hit back, 11 minutes gone. Turned the ball over, Sutherland to Climo, Mark Stewart out to Ross Currell. And this one looking good for Ayr. Wee shimmy by Currell, pop-up ball to Andy Dunlop. Oh dear. Oh, he'll be unhappy about that knock on. Heriot still under a wee bit of pressure inside their own 22, but working it away there with Jamie Syme. Penalty to Ayr though. Holding on, said referee Andy McMenemy. And up step Fraser Climo. Does what he does so well. Popped the ball through the middle of the post and Ayr on the board. 5 points to 3 to Heriot after 11 minutes. Heriot's determined to give the ball plenty of air. It's moving it out to backs. Ayer's rush defence caught out there. And Mark Teague down the wing, scampering away there. 20 yards, 30 yards, 40 yards. And outside him, Johnny Alston to take the final pass and go in at the corner for another blistering try for the visitors. This was a more difficult kick for Graham Wilson. Further out than his first one, but bang, straight between the posts. Heriot's 12, Ayr 3 after 14 minutes. The Millbrae men, were they going to be worried about that? I don't think so. They came straight back into it. Mark Stewart, wee dip there, beautiful offload to Ross Currell. Currell beating 3 tackles, chip ahead. Would he get the touchdown? Oh, what a bounce, what a try, what a debut. The youngster who was at Viadana last season, well, he obviously enjoyed that one. The Ayr crowd enjoyed it even more when Climo popped it in between the posts. 12-10, 16 minutes gone. 27 minutes gone. Ayr pack beginning to get on top. Glenn Tippett making sure the ball is secure. Working it back there, Mark Stewart. This time taking on a couple of defenders. Oh, finding the gap. And again, a lovely wee offload this time. Stephen Adair in support. Adair, pop-up pass, and Cammy Taylor, the man on the end of it. And that's Ayr in the lead. And the Heriot's defence just wondering where it all went wrong for them in that one. Another touchline conversion. No problem to Climo. And 17-12. Ayr edge into the lead. 3 minutes later, all worked out to the right. Johnny McClung in the line, Paul Burke carrying it on there. Heriot's defence pretty well stretched. Jamie Hunter flipping the ball back inside. Was there a man there? Well, luckily for Ayr there was. Hunter again. Up to Climo, and Climo, well, just look at that absolute pinpoint accuracy. Grant Anderson there, and no, he wasn't offside. And yes, the try was on. That was a real trademark kick from Climo. And that just finished it off. And they are stretching that lead to 24 points to 12 going into half time. Out to Oliver Brown, Brown into midfield, taken by Teague, and whoops, David McCall on the end of a pretty hefty one there, and leading to the penalty. Straightforward for Graham Wilson, through the posts, right on the half-time whistle. Half-time Ayr ahead by 24 points to 15.
Scrum Magazine. Subscribe online at scrummagazine.com.
These highlights are brought to you by Lynch Homes, building homes of distinction. This coverage is brought to you by JGL Groundworks Limited, civil engineers and infrastructure specialists.
The first score of the second half is going to be vital. Heriot's winning that line out. Graham Wilson's kick not quite going where he intended, and at the ruck, the penalties to David McMenemy. Now this time Climo was into the wind. You can see it gusting there in the background, but no problem. Straight through the posts. 27-15 to Ayr. 4 minutes gone in the second half, but hey, this Heriot side were never going to lie down. This is a team who were second in the league last season and won the cup. Putting the pressure on. Alston again up towards the Ayr line. Heriot's forwards piling in. Wally Blacklock there, thumping into the tackles. Their defence looking pretty solid. Nifty wee chip there from Graham Wilson, contested by Mark Teague, but finally Cammy Taylor running the ball into touch. And safety. The pressure still piling on from Heriot, determined to get back into the game, reduce that margin. But terrific turnover there by Ayr. Lost the advantage though, driving it out of defence, holding on. And that was Michael Maltman who prevented the release. Up-stepped Graham Wilson, no problem. And Heriot scenting that with the wind at their backs, there might just be a chance for them. And it came in 60 minutes. Another chance for Wilson. Straight through the post, smashing kick. And now there's less than a score in it. The next points will be crucial. Ayr starting to again get a wee bit of domination in the forwards. Scott Sutherland taken out by Mark Teague. Teague yellow carded, and well, they paid their full cost because that penalty by Climo took Ayr to more than a score ahead at 30-21. Heriot's a man short, and Ayr quite determined that they're going to take advantage of that. Scott Sutherland again, ball worked out to Johnny McClung. Tackled by Stuart Hogg. Ball worked inside. Woof! That was a pretty impressive one by Jamie Hunter. Stuart Fennick going to ground, laying the ball back. Hunter again. Out to Climo. Climo to Stewart. Stewart, a wee shimmy. And whoops, pulled back there, but Climo in support. And looking for the man outside. That man is Curl. Off the left foot, in between the defenders, straight onto the gas, and oh boy, when you know day that son, you might drop it. But a superb try, the one that got the bonus for Ayr. Climo completes a master class of kicking for Ayr. Heriot's final flurry, wee chip through there by Graham Hogg, taken out by Grant Anderson, final whistle.
We got there as the game went on. Our defence was getting better and better as the game went on. So I'm really happy. My Heriot's are a good team. They're laden with quality players, Dave McCall, Mark Teague, etc. So we are really over the minute we get a win here.
I thought it was an absolute cracker, and that's one of the reasons I come down here today with the cup winners and the league winners, and it didn't disappoint. I have to say, some of the tries were absolutely top drawer tries. You had two teams really going hammer and tongs at it, and a wonderful advert. Club Rugby, and I know these teams can't wait until we get stuck into the British and Irish Cup, so given today's performance from both teams, I think we're in for an absolutely cracking season.
So Ayr take the spoils in this Scottish Hydro Premier 1 opener against rivals Heriots, but both these sides are going to make their mark this season, believe me. This is Ron Evans for Scottish Rugby Television at Millbrae.
These highlights are brought to you by Lynch Homes, building homes of distinction. This coverage is brought to you by JGL Groundworks Limited, civil engineers and infrastructure specialists.